Welcome back. We are now going to be talking about percent application problems. These are going to be called backward problems. So let's read our question. There are 50 students in a room. That's the entire room. That's all 100% of the room. Everybody. 40% of the students had lame excuses of being tardy. How many students is this? So there are 50 students in this classroom. So 50 students that cover up the entire classroom. So I want to figure out how many students are in each 10% box. So I need to divide the 50 students into how many sections? 10 sections. So how many 10 goes into 50? 5. That means 5 students are in each 10% box. So now let's read the question again. 40% of the students had lame excuses of being tardy. How many students is this? So 10%, 5 students. 10%, 5 students. 10%, 5 students. 10%, 5 students. So together, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, or 5 times 4 equals 20 students. So 100% equals 50 students, 10% equals 5 students, but 40% equals 20 students. Let's try another example. Mr. Joe bought a bottle of cologne at Banana Republic. He saved 30% or $12 when he used a coupon. What was the original price of the cologne? So let me get a highlighter out. So I saved 30% or $12. So what dollar amount is each 10%? Let's see, if I have $12 and I divide it into 3 groups, so that means each 10%, $12 divided by 3 is $4. $4. So each one of these 10% equals $4. So what was the original price? The full price. 4 adds up, or 4 times 10, $40. I do have some students who do it this way. If 30% is $12, another 30% is $12. Another 30% is $12, 12, and 10% is 4, adds up to $40. Let's practice one more backward question. Lucy bought herself a cashmere scarf at Macy's since Mr. Joe is so cheap. She saved 20% or $6. So she saved 20% or $6. When she used the coupon. What was the original, the full price? So if 20% is $6, another 20% is $6, another 20% is $6, another 20% is $6, another 20% is $6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. 6 times 5 is $30. Or, this is how I like to do it. If 20% is $6, what would each 10% be? $3. And how many 10% goes into 100%? 10 of them. So 3 tens equals $30. Thank you for watching this video.